Hold on. Are you alright? You look like you got ataxia. I'm not a priestess, but I did read Withershins back in the year 199. Well, good for you. Withershins was a terrible book anyway. The name's Colin. What can I do you for? Not much of a talker. No, Morris, that one's a talker. He won't shut up about his dead wife and the corpse he calls his manhood. Okay, so if you got things need slaying, now I gotta steal to slay 'em. Well, more like I got the iron. Well, this is gonna sound pretty stupid. Because it is. It's pretty much the stupidest thing in the history of stupid ways a person can answer the question, what are you doing, stupid? I'm here for Horkers. Yeah, that's right, Horkers. Told you. See, I have this. Anything else would be too weird. Eating them is weird enough. Oh, probably right. I guess some adventurers like to explore. Guess which one I am. Rusty iron, if you want to be particular. Rusty enough to give a bandit a real dirty nick. A nick that might fester and kill him. Although it doesn't really cut as much as it clubs. But if you smack him hard enough, they die all the same. Pretty much. Got the face for it anyway. I was too cute to be a tavern wench and too ugly to be a brothel whore. And no, I don't have the two mixed up. At least I don't think I do. Which one is Hadring? Is that what he is? I guess that's much him keeping the inn and all. Right. So, he's eating about it. He tells me to watch his... Thing is, my head's spinning. Now, But he just walked away. Didn't say a word. I said it was stupid. But on the other hand, everyone's... Worse yet, he spent a week up north and I don't know. Those things are like watching paint dry on a portrait of lint. New friends aren't necessarily good friends. It's most people you talk to. At least with Gore, I managed to keep awake long enough for him to bore. That's right. Heard they got a bunch of real fat ones by Lake Yorgrim. Figured they clubber a few and bring them back as a peace offering. Good point. I heard up north. Problem is, I'm not so good at finding. You what? Now, the Horkers here are too small, but Hadring says there's a Horker so big it sunk an entire ship somewhere up north. They call it a brine hammer. We should head on over there. You can take the lead, seeing how excited you are to do this. I'm more of a follower anyway.
Your loss.
Speak up already.
Don't you ever hear about Berin Zion? There is a reason.
У Хадринга новый
Чем
поставщик.
могу помочь? Привет, привет. Про старый трактир. Всегда тут был. Мой прапрадед его построил. Потом он перешел к деду, потом к отцу, ну и ко мне. Нет, немного. Иногда путники заходят, но чаще всего сидит на весь зал один старик Фултхейм и топит горе в вине. Ну и есть еще орк. Давно уже тут живет, платит так, что я могу вообще закрыть таверну. Этот-то... Ну, зовут его Балаплоп или Малоклоп. Оркское, в общем, имя. Язык у него хорошо подвешен, совсем не дикарь. Говорит, что писатель. Не знаю, что это за профессия такая, но денег она ему приносит много. Заплатил вперед за несколько месяцев. Он, по большей части, просто тут болтается. Ходит к озеру, иногда спускается в погреб за вином. Как по мне, пусть делает, что хочет. Хорошо, она твоя на день. Я покажу тебе твою комнату. Сюда.
У меня важный груз. Нет времени болтать.
Дай мне... Если тебе еще что-нибудь нужно.
No one ever comes to this dump. Alright, but don't take too long, else I'll have to kill this thing without you. Yeah? About time.
Is your name Griffith?
Who wants to know?
Your lord's lawbreaker. Pray to them for mercy when I carve out your flesh.
I'd like to see you try.
No!
Out of the way, child. Your guardian is a killer, and my knives beg to lick his throat.
He's not a killer. He's my father.
Morgan.
Tell him. Tell him my pa's not a killer.
Well, what of it? Do you know this little Korma? Why does she vouch for this killer? So if the murderer has a child, it grants him the liberty to kill. Your words are nonsense, Fetcher. They crumble before they leave your lips. This ugly son of the Guar, my knives will drink him fast, then slow.
Dog. You're gonna need a bigger bandage to cover up that ogre you call a face.
Stop it! Stop fighting! You promised you would only kill the monsters, like Gabania.
Wait. That name. Where did you hear it?
It's the monster who hurt him. Griffith only kills monsters.
Quiet, kid. It's nobody's business but ours.
It's too late now, sweet. Better come clean. This man, Gabania. How do you know his name?
I just do.
So you say. But the hate in your eyes, I know it well. You hunt this man.
Yeah. I was a young boy, living in an old cottage with my parents and older sister. She was about 5 years older than Morgan, and promised to marry. It was the day of her wedding, when Lord Gabania's men came riding in the field.
7 months ago, one of my witnesses told me of a wagon full of contraband that was being delivered to Solitude. I tracked it down, ambushed the carriage, and held the driver for questioning. The man was well trained. The wheels of the wagon could have rusted with blood before he spoke. But I knew his cargo would speak for him. I thought it was skooma. What I found was slaves. Their tongues were cut out, so they could not speak. It was wishful thinking to think that they could write, but I asked anyway. And then That's when one of them, no more than a child, pointed to a name scrawled on the boards in blood.
Gabania.
Right, Fetcher. That's him. Your prey is my prey.
Yeah? So what does that make us?
It doesn't make us friends with. But I will say this. The bounty in my hand is for a child killer. And so long as this girl lives, perhaps it's the Jarl who's mistaken. But I have my eye on you. Don't think for a second our business is over.
I wouldn't dream of it. You've been awfully quiet. I wasn't sure what to think of this. You bringing this maniac here. I can tell he's not with the Brotherhood, though. But that won't guarantee Morgan's safety. Yeah. Might be something, might be nothing. Whispers mostly. When it comes to that name, I've been trained to listen. That's what I've been thinking about. I can't leave her alone, and I can't bring her with me. And if it's one or the other, him or her, it will always be her. It wasn't something I wanted to do, but I had to. Because of where my head was at, I couldn't trust my own decisions. You know why I have to do, but she didn't. That's another reason Gabania has to die. Some call it the right of first night. As if men of power needed to justify their rape with laws. No. They just took what they wanted. Two of Gabania's men were dragging my sister into the cottage when they passed me by. One of them turned and looked at me, and our eyes met. There wasn't a drop of emotion on that face. That's what I remember most from that night. Not the murder, or the rape, or the screams. It was the face of that guardsman. The face of apathy. That I couldn't forgive.
And you think this absolves you of your crimes, murderer? Is Sith the one to blame? Gabania? Or the gods? When life poisoned my body, I burned it out. If you cannot do the same, it will eat you alive.
I don't need to kill anyone. But those men, the people who stand by and do nothing, while all around them the world suffers. They're better off dead, and I'm the one to kill them.
So, who is it that you hate, Fetcher? Who is your true prey? Is it Gabania? Or this guardsman?
You don't get it. That face, they all wore it. The people I killed for the Brotherhood, they wore it too. Gabania, his men, and everyone I've killed since. To me, they're all one and the same.
If you're done talking, I would like to start interrogating. What do you know?
Shut your mouth and I'll tell you when I... As a drifter, you get an earshot of all sorts of crazy rumors. You hear the same one enough, and you start paying attention. The one I heard was about a rich baron using the war as a way to gain influence with the new Jarls, or the weakened ones. Turns out, the whole plan wasn't going too well, and our baron was more than a bit agitated. So he decided to get on his ship and sail to Windhelm. That ship is now docked at the harbor.
And so what? You and the girl are going to raid that ship by yourself. A wealthy baron can buy a lot of cell swords. Or if he's smart, a few good ones.
You afraid of Merc's elf? Cause I'll go through 1,000 cell swords to kill that bastard.
You may not be, Fetcher, but I imagine the child is. I can tell this man means more to you than he does to me. But someone has to stay.
I've thought of that, but I don't trust anyone to protect her but me.
Then we have a problem, sweet. You can't be in two places at once. Unless you have a better idea, I will protect the child.
Not a chance. There's gotta be another way. What do you think? No. Absolutely not. You have a point. But something makes me think she's better off coming with us than staying with him. That's what I feared. Anyway, it doesn't seem like much of a risk to leave her alone for one night. I've done my best to keep the Brotherhood off our trail, and the odds of something happening are slim to none. But if it did happen, if Morgan wasn't safe, I could never forgive myself. And yet, every night I go to sleep, I see that face, the guardsman, and the one who made him. She's a child. It's best if she hides. I've given her a potion that will make her invisible, but with an assassin, she won't have time to drink it. But again, she's a child. So we've talked about her learning a spell. The more I think about it, the more it seems like Gavania is too paranoid to leave a ship. It's likely he had people delivered to him. But don't get any ideas. I'm not wearing a noble's clothes. What I'm saying is we'll have to sneak our way past the guards. Either that or muscle our way in. I prefer stealth. I'm guessing your friend isn't the type. I'll let you figure it out. You know each of our strengths, and how best to use us. Morgan, I'm gonna be gone for a little while, like we talked about.
I'll be fine. Don't worry. Yeah, I'm going to be a mage someday. I just don't have a book to learn any spells. Wow, an extra sense. This is going to really help with the cooking. I heard someone around here say you needed an extra one. I'll be fine. Don't worry. He is! He's like a father and an uncle and a granddad rolled in one. I am strong. Don't worry, Pa. I'll be okay. Oh, I'm not falling for that again.
It'll just be for a little while, I promise. If anyone comes near, remember what... told you.
Hide, and when I get the chance, sneak out the trapdoor.
Ничем не могу
Good girl.
Поговори с трактирщиком.
Okay, let's go. What? Take care. Yeah. Take care.
I'll be fine. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I'll be fine. Don't worry. I'll be fine. Don't worry.
actually think this life is good for that child.
Боги улыбаются тебе, друг.
Structure.
You taught me. I don't know much about raising children. I know better than to take your advice.
Keep it down, you bloody works. We ought to do to you what we do to the slaves and cut out your tongues. Now get back to your posts.
Что это было? Что это было? Пора покончить с этой глупой игрой. Точно было.
Fetcher, can I ask you one more thing?
What is it?
If this face, the one that drives you to kill, if it is worn by many, then what peace will this man's death bring you? How do you know anything will change?
I don't. But I owe it to Morgan to try.
Но мне же не
Все-таки
показалось.
показалось. Тут кто-нибудь есть?
Не так быстро.
You're not supposed to be, huh?
I told you, idiots, I didn't want to be disturbed.
It was 20 years ago. There was a small town in Cyrodiil. I blended into the countryside. My father always joked it was too small to be on any map. And when the visitors came by, they felt like explorers. Discovered the town for the first time. But for me, it's the only place that felt like the whole thing. It's just a ruse. You made those maps. And you never put our town there for a reason.
Of course it would be you.
So you do remember.
Don't be absurd. I haven't the slightest idea what you're talking about. I don't know who you are, but I know what you are, and I know what you are not. In my time, I have challenged jarls and kings, armies and empires. I've been targeted by everyone from the Brotherhood to remnants of the old Morag Dawn. I challenged the gods themselves, and neither Daedric Prince nor the makers of the realm could fell me. Of course it was you, boy. The others were not so foolish, nor were they as brave.
I've waited my entire life for this moment.
As have I, boy. Don't disappoint me now.
I should have figured he wouldn't remember. They never do. With that attitude, you and Gebania may share the same fate. But you and I have no quarrel. Not after today. In any case, let's get back to the inn. Morgan might get fidgety without me there. What? Shadow High.
Ничем не могу помочь. Поговори с трактирщиком Хадрингом.
Griffith, one of the monsters came.
What? But how?
Well, I used the potion, but the monster kept coming. So I used the spell your friend gave me and ran away screaming. I was really scared. I thought I was going to die. Then a Draugr came down the steps and killed the monster. It was amazing.
A Draugr.
She's probably still in shock. The important thing is the child is safe.
Looks like she's gonna be okay. I always knew the day would come. I wouldn't have to protect her. I just didn't expect it to come so soon. Here. I took these from a summoner I was contracted to kill. They've served me well. I hope they help you on your journeys. Keep wandering. Maybe head back to the old mill. It's probably best we stay clear of Windhelm. And each other. That goes for your friend as well. Unless he wants to try to collect on that bounty.
What bounty, Fitcher? The Jarl doesn't put a price on the head of brooding. Others. But there may come a time when the girl won't be around to save you. Then we'll meet again.
I'll be waiting.
We did good work taking care of Cabana. Lawbreakers
Yes.
from here to Cyrodiil would know they are unsafe.
Goodbye.
Speak up already. All right then.
Right, we're here. You got a plan, or do you just want to charge and stab him? Wait. You aren't planning on roasting the thing, are you? You want that meat raw? Whatever. Let's just find the thing before it sees its reflection and dies. Hold on. Did you hear that? More importantly, do you smell that? It's over there. Look! By the divines, we did it. Well, mostly you did, but I watched. Some people won't even do that. The smart ones, anyway. In any case, I was thinking, we could bring some of this Hulk meat back to Gore, but I won't help him, seeing as he cooks as bad as he sweats. From this, we can't take this meat to just any chef. It would be like taking a fine piece of ebony to an Altmer blacksmith. Well, I heard there was some fancy Breton from Hierarch living in the Reach. Cooks with magic or potions or something like that. I figure a chef like that must be completely mad. Mad enough to want to cook Hulkers. Good. Make sure to get a good hunk of meat from that thing. I'd say wrap it in ice, but Skyrim's pretty much one big glacier. What is it? What is it? Okay. Meet me in Markarth near the chef's quarters. That's likely where we'll find him. No, I never come. Well, he's got his moments. I come to this inn and first thing I ask Hadring is what you got to drink. And Morris says, I hope you like this. Poor Hadring. His swill ain't so bad. But with these socialist drinkers around, spreading gossip like a midwife, it's no wonder the inn is so dead. Tell that's full time? Nah, he mostly just much. I thought about becoming So I decided to become an adventurer. Because